Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Ann. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
There's Laureen. What a pretty name. I love that.
I know. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. We have a new grandbaby little girl on the way, and I know they're working on names. It's like, something different. And my daughter's is a school teacher, middle school. So that makes it so hard because she knows so many kids with certain names. She'll go, oh no, I could never do that. Because someone pops into her mind immediately.
Oh my gosh. That would be really hard because when you're daily with, huge lists of names.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You make associations with names like that all the time. Someone's
Right.
nice or not nice or.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Glad you joined us. Yay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Your home office is beautiful.
Oh, I feel like it's a disaster. Like I've got post gifts over here in a box. It's like trying to keep up with the mailing myself. It's like.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would come and do like a deep dive clean.
I know. Oh, there's Patty and Kathy. Hi, ladies.
Hi. There's a bunch that I do not know here, so.
This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Janelle. Hi, Nancy.
Morning.
Hey, good morning. Look at all these beautiful women.
I know. It's so fun.
Yes. Morning workout hair and all.
I wish you did that.
Hey, I know. I went walking and it was beautiful yesterday, and today's beautiful, but our humidity's back. I'm like, dang it.
I noticed that too. Iowa for Ann.
Yep.
Ann's in Iowa.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to introduce ourselves because, like I said, you all are new to me, but looking forward to working with you.
Yeah. We hope we're going to have time to do that exact thing, Kathy. So.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Morning,
Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Morning, everyone.
Hi, Roxanne, even though I can't see you. Hi, Lisa.
I'm looking a hot darn mess.
So, yeah, so are we. I got in from walking. I just shared that. Come on, girl.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay.
Hey, this is a very safe spot, Roxanne. You
I
can.
know.
As long as you have clothing on, we're all good.
I do. Not much, but I have some on.
Please. Oh, cool.
No judgment on this call.
I might have to put a filter on you if you show up naked.
Oh, my
It's
goodness.
not happening. Promise.
Oh gosh. Well, we have a couple minutes yet before 11:30, so we're gonna let those couple minutes go by. But anybody have big weekend plans?
Not really.
No, and that's a good thing. It's been a busy
Have a
week.
neighborhood party.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Are y'all
Nice.
gonna like social distance party kind of thing?
Well, I have my friend that's going to play for us. He's a great musician, and we're all going with our mask and a bottle of wine and your own snacks, and you're not allowed to eat from anybody else's. And we'll see how we do with staying 6 feet apart from everyone. But
Yeah.
I have to
Once
show
the
you.
liquid encouragement kicks in, everybody's gonna be hugging. Let's just wait.
We'll start.
That's gonna go straight out the window.
I'll show you guys something. You're going to love this.
Oh, Nancy, that's awesome. Look at her.
I've been wanting to do that. With my
Oh,
bucket.
yeah.
The spoon needs to be up here. I look like some kind of mass criminal or something. But anyway, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
That's cute.
I think
That's
I'm gonna wear this tonight. Heck, the other guy has a printing business. He's got brothers printing all over his mask, so I'm gonna wear
Might as well.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
you ought to share that link that Bobby had with this group too. I bet you a lot of people would appreciate that.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it was one of our fellow directors, Bobby, who made that one originally. So
Very fun.
found some place that did them custom.
Yeah, very good.
Mhm.
Okay, you guys, I am going to kick us off because it's past 11:30, and to respect all of your times, I want to welcome you to our newly formed Red to Blue group, and I'm Ann McMillan. Since there's lots of you on here I don't know either, and I'm super excited to get acquainted with you, but I have the pleasure of working with absolutely the best peers in Sherry Carr, Donna Mcdonald, and Nancy Francis. And you know, when we put lots of great minds together, really great things happen. And so it's just one of the things about this business that is probably the most heartwarming is all the relationships you build in other people's teams and friends that have nothing to do with your organization that really keep us going. And you know what, we're 100 days into a new world, and we don't know where it's going to look like yet. But we wanted to put together a very special group of you that are current directors that have the desire to be something beyond a current director, and you want to be an advanced director or senior director or beyond. Some of you are brand new fast track directors, and some of you have been just wonderful people on our teams for years. And so what we really intend for this group to be is not like homework, training, heavy stuff driven. We intend this to be more of a idea generating and sharing support group, for lack of a better term. But don't take that wrong either. We want you guys to take action and have promotions happen quickly. And it was really interesting for me as I read some of you that got your Google forms in to give us an idea of what you were really needing in this program. Some of you are thinking way out farther term than what the four of us that were planning this were thinking, because things are happening so quickly in the business today. So sometimes it's just a shift of mindset that now's your time. Today's your time. This week's your time, instead of months and months and months from now. So, but with that said, we're super excited. Today's really just an introduction call. I'm going to ask my peer group to introduce themselves, and then we are going to take the time to have each of you introduce yourself as we come back too. But first, I'll just tell you, I live in Iowa. I'm a national executive director, and I just started my 29th year with Pampered Chef, and just celebrated my 30th year of marriage and to my wonderful husband, Jim. And for about the first 6 years of my business, I stayed in my corporate America job and had relocated a couple times. And then we finally made a move where I walked away from corporate America when I was an advanced director, when I was blue, and then have done Pampered Chef full time ever since. So, and since it'll just speed up our time, I'll just call on people. So Sherry, how about you introduce yourself?
Sounds good. Thanks, Ann. I'm Sherry Carr, National Executive Director, and live in Indiana. I just, just celebrated 30 years with Pampered Chef, so it'll be 31. It's just been a great journey. It wasn't something that I set out to be successful at. It was going to be a little like, oh, I'm going to do this until it falls apart, and then I'm not going to do it anymore. But I found it to be very rewarding, very inspiring to help people along the way. I think that was part of one of the strengths is, okay, if I can do this, you can too. So let me hold your hand and let's go do it together. So that is probably a strength more so than selling, is mentoring. So I'm really excited to work more closely with some of you, especially on my team that I know all fairly well, but we really haven't worked really close together. So I know probably your upline directors are like, wait, what's going on? We picked just directors, you guys. So if your director says, wait, that's not fair, just say, I'll be with you in just a little minute. But I think besides that, just really excited to work together, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Nancy, I see you next.
Okay, well, I'm Nancy Francis. I live in Virginia Beach. Let's see here. I am celebrated my 29th year of Pampered Chefing, and the journey has been crazy, wonderful. And right next to me on the picture, this way, is Sherry Carr, and she was my college roommate, i.e. best friend. We went to school together and she said, why don't you do this with me? And I said, you're crazy, no. So the moral of this story is it's really a good idea to get some of your best friends to join you and do this journey together. And it's been a journey. So she and I have been chefing for all these years and raising our kids together, and it's been wonderful. So that has been a hidden surprise of this business, and a very, very lovely one, probably the best thing that's happened to me. So thank you for asking, Sherry. So don't be afraid to ask your best friend, guys, okay? So anyway, I love my Pampered Chef business. We're a Navy family, retired now. We've traveled the world with Pampered Chef and the Navy, locked down here in Virginia Beach, and I truly am so proud of my team. I love the culture of women and a few good men that we have together. And I am super excited about this because I think it's really smart. Like Ann and Sherry and I are from the same pollination because I'm under Sherry, but Ann and Donna are not. So the four of us have been working together, and it's really cool when we share ideas. So I think this is awesome because I'm excited about the Francis team to be able to join forces with you other guys, which are so smart. So this is a very special group, and I'm super excited that you guys all said yes. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to the Mrs. Donna Mcdonald. Where is she? I don't see her picture. There you are.
I'm here.
Here's Donna.
Hey, thanks, Nancy. Thank you so much. So my name is Donna Mcdonald. I live in rural Georgia. I think you can probably tell by my accent that I am not from Georgia. Started Pampered Chef in Chicago 30 years ago. And we've moved numerous times since then with my husband's career. But what the funny part is our last move came to be because of Pampered Chef. I started just doing parties in rural Georgia and fell in love with the area, and that's how we decided to move there. So raised 3 boys alongside Pampered Chef. My oldest was 2 and my youngest was 6 months at the time. And so here they are 33, 31, and we've added another one was added to the mix. Our youngest one, Erin, who in fact works at Pampered Chef Corporate. So we are definitely a Pampered Chef family. And if you hear, the numbers that we said, 30 years, 29 years, guys, you guys are in the right place that you're not going to have to wait that long to move up the career path. With the virtual world, you have so much opportunity right now. So congratulations on making the decision to be here and joining in this fun experience. And it really is amazing when you work across the aisle to other, teams. And you know what, the friendships that you gain from that is just amazing. So welcome. I'm excited to be here with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Donna. And it's, really our intention to strengthen your business, maybe help solidify your recruiting. I don't know if I want to use the word habits, but several of you mentioned strengthening your personal recruiting in your Google things. So maybe strengthening your belief in your recruiting. That's really one of our intentions. And having a solid personal show schedule so you can go to bed every night just knowing you've got a full show schedule. So that's really some of our goals. But on this call, we really want to find that person that you connect with. And so I am going to ask to have everybody introduce themselves quickly in a little format here. We certainly want to know a little bit about you in a short amount of time, but really, what are you most excited about right now and where you live? And I have to just share a quick story as I do this, because I'm going to actually start by introducing Jaslyn, that you guys can see. She can wave at us in the video. But Jaslyn is doing something that I did back when I told you I was with corporate America for 6 years, doing this as a side gig. Well, Jaslyn can't talk to us, you guys, because nobody at work knows she snuck on this call. And I actually told a little fib and drove myself to national conference by myself the very first year in a company car, and didn't get caught, didn't get fired. But yeah, I don't think my peers have ever known that. But so I would like to take the time to introduce Jaslyn for you. She just celebrated her very first year with Pampered Chef. She lives in rural Iowa, has a dog, and joined Pampered Chef just as something to do. And it's kind of been a whirlwind for her as her team has just exploded and really grown. But what she's most excited about right now is to network with more of the Pampered Chef family and empower others to achieve more than they ever dreamed in the business. So Jaslyn Clark, thank you for being here, and give us a quick wave. So 1 year in the business, lives in rural Iowa, and just joined for something to do. All right. So I'm going to call on you since we have the Jeopardy board up. So Laureen, can you pop off mute and share?
Sure. Hi, I'm Laureen Nolte. I live in Stuart, Florida, which is on the East Coast, right along the beach area, by that big lake that you see in the middle of our state. Been with Pampered Chef for 14 years, and I'm excited about growing a strong team with directors with me.
Absolutely. And you know, I think it would be helpful, Laureen, do you work another job?
I don't.
Okay. I think it'd be nice for people to know, because sometimes balancing came up in the Google form. And I think balance is on a lot of people's minds between your family balance, your life balance, and if you have another side job balance or a full-time job balance. So if you do work elsewhere, tell us too, okay? So Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Latro. I'm from Southern California, and I do work a full-time job that's going over here right now. I'm a legal assistant, so pretty demanding at times when I go into trial. So yes, the balancing act is a real struggle at times. I'm excited to just get some support and figure out how I get some of this team up and moving. I really am struggling since this whole lockdown on everyone just totally freezing up. And I mean, I've been doing weekly trainings for people on Canva and texting parties and Facebook parties to try to get them moving, sharing the numbers I'm hearing every week from all these top producers saying, the money is out there, it is real, I'm doing it. I'm completely virtual now. And I mean, it's been pretty amazing. I wasn't sure I could tackle and do it, but I am doing, you know, the 4 and 5 hosts, 6 hosts, and a block party at a time. And it's been amazing. So I would love just some help and support. Like, how do you drive and make these people move after they join and they say they want to make this money?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thanks, Jennifer. Mm-hmm. Kathy, how about you?
My name is Kathy Zapata. I currently live in San Antonio, Texas, but started in Virginia almost, 17 years ago. I'm part of Nancy's downline or whatever in Sherry, but started this because my husband's career was going to move us around and I wanted something for me that I could take with me. So 2 moves later, here we are. And just re-promoted to director and very excited about all the resources that the company's offering us now that we didn't have first time I promoted. So I'm excited to inspire my team to take it to the next level. I've got a small team, I want to grow that, but I want to start identifying people who want to take it further. And so this is a good place that I'm excited about being here.
Awesome, Kathy. Thank you. Patty, how about you?
Hi, I'm Patty Watson. I have been with Pampered Chef for 14 years. This also is a re-promote for me in the beginning of this year. I'm also under Sherry. And I think this time, and I live in Jackson, New Jersey, kind of close to the Jersey Shore. I am looking forward to helping my team to grow and want to do more than 1 or 2 parties a month, and building my team and trying to get those that I think are strong to be even stronger, as well as building my own personal business without having to fight for it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Welcome, Patty.
Thank you.
Janelle, how about you?
I'm Janelle, and I live in the middle of Iowa, and I've been doing Pampered Chef for 20 years. I got started because I wanted a garlic press, And why I want to do this is I had a person sign at the end of, what month is this? At the end of April. And she just started doing shows. She did more shows than anybody on my team. She's the highest seller. At the same time when she was doing that, my show schedule got in place, and that got us going. And as we've had our team meetings, it's kind of sparking other people on the team to do something as well. So I kind of feel like right now there's a little bit of momentum going. So I want to try to push that and keep it going.
Absolutely. Thanks, Janelle. Roxanne.
Okay. Okay. My name is Roxanne. I live in Indiana, actually not too far from Sherry. Sherry is my fearless leader. This is actually my second time with Pampered Chef. I was a consultant from 2000 to 2004. Loved it and came back after many years in 2018 and had only intention to do in-home parties and never ever was going to change that. But obviously online is the way the world was going. So I very resistantly switched over, and slowly, and then COVID happened. So everybody's doing it. Really, I just changed my mindset. I did promote to director. I came back in August of 18, promoted to director in February of 19. And I've kept a pretty strong show schedule. So that's never really been my struggle. I think I've always struggled a little bit being a strong enough leader for my team. So that's what I'm continuing to work on, and I'm super excited to be here. I have some real firecrackers on my team right now. I'm learning more and really helping everybody now get off to a stronger start so that we can grow together as a team and everybody can promote. So I'm excited to be here and learn from everybody.
Awesome, Roxanne. Thank you. Wendy, how about you?
Okay, I got that. I just happened to be working today. My coworker, I usually work 2 days a week, and this week I had to work 4 days a week, and I'm like, I don't want to work anymore. So I really want to become an advanced director. I don't mind this job, but you know, I would rather sit home in my pajamas and post my parties. So this has been like, okay, I'm ready. This is my time. I'm ready to find the person that's going to come onto my team and say, heck yeah, let's do this together. I've already seen, you know, some of my stuff that I've dreamt about coming, you know, with a bigger paycheck and everything, more shows. So I want to keep going. I live in Western Iowa, and I'm on Ann's team. And I guess I want to be a better leader. And these girls I'm bringing on, we're just not, I just don't feel like I meshed well enough with them to help them get to even the 1250. And I want to kind of figure that out, put some more systems in place, have my onboarding be better, and recruiting. I mean, just a little bit of everything, but more the onboarding. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Wendy. Amy, how about you?
Sorry, I dropped you there. I'm kind of like Wendy. I've been here for 3 years, and I've been a director for 1 year. I live in Indiana, so I was excited to hear some Indiana ladies on there instead of just Iowa. Because with being on Ann's team, everybody lives in Iowa.
Neat.
Yeah, so it's nice. I'm kind of excited about just everything. The last few months has been just really nice, and I see my team starting to kind of bloom themselves. But in regards to kind of being like, Wendy, I wish I was there for my team a little bit more. I'm kind of a wing it girl on everything, just life in general. I stay at home with my kids currently, and Gemma's going to be 4, and then I just had a baby, so she's 4 weeks now, a month today. And so life is really hectic right now, and the bills are adding up because of everything that else is going on. So the pressure to make money is like really big right now. So in order for me to stay home, I really need to start making like at least double what I'm making now. But I want to be there for my team because I have a good team and they love it. But I have a hard time struggling with getting them to their 1250, getting them on board, getting them to recruit. I'm like the only person on my team that recruits, so that makes it rough. So I want to help them flower and bloom and just all around be a better team.
Wonderful. Well, I think this group can help. These are all exciting things. Sherry, how about you?
Sorry, I was having trouble getting it to unmute. So I'm Sherry Huey. I live in Bristol, Indiana, also not very far from Sherry Carr, who is my upline. And I've been with the company for 18 years. I've been an advanced director a couple times. Honestly, the last few years, I kind of really lost my real desire. Kind of wasn't really loving going out in the evenings anymore and bringing home dishes and things like that. And so I kind of, had been working my way into the virtual world. I feel like I'm finally starting to feel like I'm doing something with it, more than just trying to figure it out. And so I don't know, I've had some team growth this last spring. I'm having some trouble getting some of them to do anything now that they've signed up. And I just feel like, I think because I have been kind of a little mentally out of it the last few years, I just need to get my focus back. And I thought that this would kind of help me do it. Just, help get me focused and where I need to go and what I need to do. I kind of need to find someone who wants to walk along this walk with me. I don't think I have anybody at this point who's seriously very interested, so that person is probably out there. I'm still struggling a little bit with virtually recruiting, but recruiting's never been my huge strength to start with. But I don't know, this is my only job. I don't work a full-time job, so I just want to get some focus and be there for my team. I feel like I've not maybe been there as much for them as I really need to be. So.
Okay, great, Sherry. I think this will be a great group. So, Christine, how about you?
Everyone, I'm Christine Feltwell, under Donna's organization. So I do not live in Iowa or Indiana. I live in Florida, actually northeast of Tampa in Wesley Chapel. I've only lived here for about almost 7 years. Originally, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You might hear that Philly accent come out if you get me talking for a while. So we moved down here for my husband's job. Originally, I've been a stay-at-home mom for probably the last 17 years. I've been with Pampered Chef for about a little over 3 years now, and have been director almost within my first year. I made director. So I've been loving this. It has enabled me to stay home with my kids. I do have 2 older kids. One's 17, one's 15. I have a 5-year-old also, so he's our Florida baby. So he kind of threw a monkey wrench into the plans when it was time for me to kind of go back to school or go back to work. And this kind of came at the perfect opportunity for me. I've known Pampered Chef most of my life. My mom had parties and stuff, so I was very familiar with the product, so it was a great fit. Let's see here. My team, I do have a very growing team. I'm very excited to see a lot of them recruiting more. This is something that I haven't seen in quite a while, so I'm very excited. A few of them are moving up the career plan, and that's also exciting. So I really want to help them blossom and become the leaders that I know that they can be. And in addition, also help kind of my other team members who are just kind of, doing the bare minimum, or maybe just kind of not seeing their potential, and kind of help them see, hey, you can do this too, and kind of get them motivated also.
Awesome. Very awesome. So I don't know if it's Carrie or Kari, because I have both spellings on my team. So how about if you tell us which is you?
Hi, I'm Carrie Ryan. Thank you. I live in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'm under Nancy Francis as well. I've been with Pampered Chef for 5 years. I am a mother of 2 teenagers, and I'm a preschool teacher. So my preschool job is very part-time. So Pampered Chef has been a great fit for my family, and it's been really important financially to help support us in general. I've been a director, I think, for about 3 years, and my team is fairly small. So I'm excited to learn from all of the knowledge. There's a wealth of knowledge in this group of people, so I'm very excited. Thank you for inviting me, Nancy. So I want to grow my team, number one, and I want to create a better culture on my team, be a better, stronger leader, and just really get past that working to minimum. So that team culture of, we're all going to be green, we're all going to go for our best, and I need to figure out how it is, what can I do to really identify who wants to grow and then just help them grow. So having a system, I'm just excited to have some accountability in this group and really learn some systems that can help me get there. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Excited that you're here. So next I see Megan. Megan, can you pop off of mute?
Hello, Megan Nation from the South Central Nebraska, and this is 6 years with Pampered Chef. Been a director for 5 of the years. Ready to try to take it to the next level, increase pay, be a better leader. I think that's where I struggle. I have some pretty good rock stars if I knew how to encourage them to follow their potential. So leadership is not my strong suit, but yes, under Nancy, so.
Awesome. I think you'll love this group for those leadership traits and accountability that you guys are mentioning here. So super excited you're here. Becky, you're next.
Hey everybody, it's kind of fun hearing all the length of time and a lot of consultants in this group, and then some shorter time too. I live in Atlantic, Iowa, and I've been with Pampered Chef for 13 years, a little over that, and really enjoying it. I guess the thing I'm most excited about right now, and the thing that has kind of continued to hold me in the business, is the income opportunity. I need the income to be there. And this is an exciting time to be able to make just gobs of income. It seems like I'm doing the same thing I was doing 6 months ago and not getting these kinds of results. So it's really exciting, and I'm hoping to share that with team. I want them to earn that kind of income too, because I know I have a lot on my team that could really use the money. I also work a full-time job from home aside from Pampered Chef, and I enjoy it a lot as well. I thought I was going to quit it, and then I really started enjoying the income from it and just what I do with that. So I work 8 to 5 with that and do Pampered Chef, weave it in. A lot of times I might work until 8 o'clock at night if I need to with Pampered Chef though. So just making it work, and I love that it's flexible. We can do this whenever we want and still have our weekends off if that's what we choose. I do miss my cooking shows, and I'm kind of wondering if I'm crazy to go back to those when we can. But I miss that time with people. I'm at home all the time. That's it. So thanks.
Awesome, Becky. We're so glad you're here. Eileen, how about you?
I'm Eileen. I'm under Nancy Francis. I started my business in September of '96. Our son was 5. I signed up. He went to kindergarten, and I decided I could be a consultant. And I started because we had only lived here for less than 6 months, and I didn't know anyone. And I just wanted to make some friends, and I needed to buy enough money to buy a car because I didn't have a car. So that was why I started. I've been a director I promoted to director just before my 2nd anniversary. My team has done well, and then they haven't, and we're in the haven't. And it's like, I've got people signing, but it's like pulling teeth to try to get people qualified, which is just so frustrating for me. If only they would all be as excited as my current new consultant who has almost a $1,200 show for this month. I'm highly impressed with everybody who is doing 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50,000 in sales and virtual shows. Not there at all. Need to do that. Need to be better at connecting people. Need to be better at training people. Well, I just need better.
Awesome. Eileen, we're so glad you're here. This will be great for that. So Lisa, you're next.
Hi, I'm Lisa Henderson, and I am on Ann's team, or within Ann's. I'm not her direct, but on her team. I kind of feel like I'm maybe in this a little too early. I signed January 31st of this year. Yeah, I promoted 2 months later to director. I will say that I did that promotion with a lot of good friends who were willing to help me, but I knew from the very beginning we're probably not going to want to carry this on. Maybe a little different though. I've gotten 4 of the 5 original ones that I needed. Definitely got to that 1250, but that was because we had that air fryer at that time that was really, really convincing people. So I qualified 4 of my 5 that I originally had pretty easily, but I knew that they were going to be done after that point. So recruiting is probably what I need to work on. I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I did, though, just last night recruit someone from Mississippi. So I'm really excited because I really have a very, very small team, and I need to get them going. I joined Pamper Chef after working 34 and a half years in business, and always loved Pampered Chef, but never thought I had the time to do it. So far, I've absolutely loved it. I took an early retirement. I wasn't quite ready to retire, and I was looking for something else. And, it was luck that pulled me to something that I could do virtually, because looking for something to do, I was going to wait till this spring and look for something to do for the next couple of years before I really wanted to retire. And there probably wasn't going to be a lot there. So I have managed large teams in the past. Over 200 people in the past that I've had on my teams. And, but it's very different when you're in the business world, because you put an ad out and people apply and then you pick who you want. This is a different recruiting world that I am trying to work my way through. I am finding that sales are not really sales. People want to do it, and that's been easy for me. I've actually been carrying the full weight of the sales on my team since I joined. And I think it would be easier if I didn't have to do that every month, and I'm looking to try to create a bit of a team, because I love to mentor people. Always have loved to train, mentor, and do things. So that's probably what I'm looking for a little bit more. And the fact that once we do retire, I intend to be close to Stuart, Florida. Who was from Stuart? Laureen. Yes, we were actually in Stuart in January, and I love the East Coast along there, so we're hoping we may move there, and I'm hoping that maybe this is something I can still do when I move there, so it's got some other positives. So not working a full-time job right now. I do a lot of volunteering, though, on other boards and things like that, so that pulls me away from doing this. And as probably Ann and Amanda Jo, who's my direct upline, has found out, one of my problems is I can't retire. I can't relax. If there's something out there that I think is going to be fun, I'm going for it. So my part-time job has probably become a little bit more full-time because I'm addicted and I can't help it. You saw I left. That's because I'm going live today making banana bread. I had to go pull my banana bread out of the oven. I used to make banana bread in these little things, and I have the cute little new multi-mini banana bread things, and I can't stop making little tiny banana bread. So I had to go get that and flip it over because it was time to flip it. So sorry I left for just a minute, but that's what I was doing.
Oh,
all right, I'm done.
That's great. And Lisa, you are in the right place. We're thrilled you're here. And actually, you're going to find out as the calls go on. We have several people working these hours and have to be on the recording for a couple of the calls, but they are also fast track directors. So we have a blend of seasoned people and brand new. So we're thrilled you're here. And how cool that now you know you're going to meet Lorene and you can connect about Stuart, Florida. So that's really cool. But Lisa, go look at the chat too, because some other people gave you messages while you were chatting. So next is Bridget.
Hello, I am on Nancy Francis's team. I am a mom to an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old boy. I have been a director. I've been with Pampered Chef for 14 years, but I've been a director for about half of that time. I'm happy with the culture of my team. Worked really hard the past 2 years to develop a really positive, energetic culture, and that's working, and I'm really proud of that. But I have felt stuck for a number of years when it comes to empowering others to recruit, empowering them to want more for themselves. I'm a really great cheerleader and encourager, but maybe not the best coach in that regard, and bringing people, keeping them excited about recruiting. And so that's what I'm most looking forward to, is really to just honing that skill, and having that focus on helping others to promote as well, because I think I've just didn't have the focus on that area of the business.
Wonderful. Welcome, Bridget. Okay, Crystal, your turn. Yep, unmute yourself first.
Okay, this is great. Thank you for you guys putting this all together, and pretty much everything. This is where I need to be, because everything I heard everybody say is exactly how I'm feeling, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling the same way. I've been with Pampered Chef for 26 years. It'll be my 26th anniversary in October. I live in New Stanton, Pennsylvania, and I realized today, like, I am the last of my original personal team. When I first started Pampered Chef, I'm the only one left. No one, none of my old brothers and sisters and directors are around anymore. So I've bumped up a few to different directors, and and Sherry, thank you so much for all your support, and looking forward to onboarding. The onboarding, our team is recruiting finally, yay. It's not just me all the time, but the onboarding and getting them qualified, and that communication we all need help with. I feel like I'm kind of like a fish out of water and just flopping around and working harder, not smarter. So the systems, I need systems, and I need to stick with them. I just need someone to say, this is what you need to do, and I can check it off and do it. So yeah, so thank you all. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're excited you're here. So McKenna, you're next.
I'm McKenna. I'm from Manchester, Iowa, not too far from Anne, and within her organization. I'm excited to basically have more consistency in my own personal show schedule, as well as building and growing my team. I've got a couple pretty good rock stars on my team right now that I'm just needing to work on my leadership skills and getting them up and going to have the start to director, or get them there as best as possible, I guess. And they deserve it, so helping them get there, definitely. So it's kind of what I'm excited about. I do work a full-time job. I just changed full-time jobs a little bit, so my schedule will be a little bit nicer on me. So very excited for that, so I can have some better consistency in my own Pampered Chef life.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm very excited about your job change too. I just heard about that. So way cool. Okay, Brenda, you're next.
So I'm Brenda Haywood, and I'm on Sherry's downline. I've been with Pampered Chef for over 13 years. I live in Massachusetts. I'm a mom to three. It's 11, 15, and 17, and I stay home with them. So this is my only income, and I'm working on building an income enough where I can become independent from my husband. That's my big goal right now. This is like my third or fourth time being a director over the 13 years, but I feel like my team is I've built my team up large enough where I'll be able to keep directorship now, as well as my personal schedule. I do need to work on my personal schedule, like McKenna mentioned, and being a little more consistent with that. And then sounds like everybody else, the onboarding part, I think mainly just giving them the system for virtual parties, and that kind of thing. I start to follow Dash, but I just need in regards to getting them started with virtual parties, is my weak point, and I'm getting them to qualify after the first call or two. So I think that's it.
Okay. Well, Brenda, we're so excited that you're here too. And you guys, we knew it was important to take this time to have the introductions so we can kind of get a feel for each other. You guys can connect. You can realize, oh, people have the same struggles or the same worries or the same desires. But I can't tell you how excited I am about this, because I've had really great success this season in having some systems in place with some other small groups like this, people working to promote to executive, people working to double their income. And it comes from you being accountable to yourself and your commitment to the group. And so that's why our group chat is set up too. That group chat is where you go to share, where you go to pose a question so somebody else can help share, where you you can post files, you can post a system, you can post a picture, you can post examples. But one of our accountability challenges to each of you is that you do something in our group chat every week. Okay, it's because it's going to take us all to really make that rock. So I just want to put that out there. And Nancy, I'm going to segue to you to kind of wrap up today and kind of tell them what's ahead.
Okay, well, this has been great. I think if you're as excited as we are, we're going to have a great group together, right, girls? Okay, so I'm going to put press the metal down to the pedal here to the floor. All of you guys have wonderful intentions and great goals, and I can hear it in your heart that you want to make this work, but it's not going to work unless you guys have a personal show schedule, and that's the bottom line, right? Do we all know that? Give us a thumbs up. So our challenge, and we're serious, you guys really need to get at least 8 shows on your calendar, okay? At least in June, because that's kind of the minimum for direct. You guys all know this. So, but we want 4 and 4 virtual parties, 4 in one week, 4 in another week. And if you can get 12, that's great. Or if you can get 16, that's great. But we want at least 8, because with that 8, we'll have enough new blood coming in here that we can find that team and find those rock stars that aren't on your team, because not everybody has them. And I tell you what, they're there, but they might not be there this week, but they could be there next week, because it's happening in my team and a lot of the other ones, right guys? So that's what I want you to do, is we want to come back with 8, at least 8 shows in blocks of 4, okay? And start them all on the same time. So if you guys don't have that system going, please don't be jumping all over. Get yourself together, because that's hugely important. And so that's our goal, is next week that you guys have that. And we're not going to tell you how to do it, because you've heard that a billion times and it's out there. The other thing that I want you to do is I want you to focus this week on looking for new recruits in your shows. That could be your host, Ask 5 Times. If you haven't heard that before, we can post something in the group. There's a little picture, but ask your host and start chatting with some rock stars, some people that are active in your shows, behind the shows, like in Messenger. Because really those personal conversations, a lot of you guys are doing this because you like to help people. Well, get back behind there and get in them again, because that's the difference between a real show and a virtual show that really, for a lot of us, make it fun, that you start interacting with people and they're not just these post on a show. So that's what I'm going to request that you do, is start looking for recruits, because some of you guys probably are doing it. Some of you don't even know what I'm talking about. So let's go in there and find some new people so that we have new blood, as well as our wonderful existing consultants on our team to develop together. Okay. Are y'all with me? All right, so these are the dates for that's going to happen here. So you just may want to write them down. I'll go ahead and put them in the group chat. But another thing about this is that your accountability to each other means that you show up or you listen to the recorded phone calls. What we'll be doing is each of the executives here are using different links because we're all two of us will be taking each call, and we're going to be posting our own Zoom link. So we're going to get rid of the old Zoom link like Ann posted this time, and we'll post a new one. So it's up to you to make sure that you're getting those Zoom links, because it's not our responsibility to be reminding you guys all the time. That's part of the leadership role that you're going to take. And that's what you need to be doing for your team too. So everything will be in this chat. The link will be in there for you, but make sure that you're writing it down or putting it in your electronic calendar, that you show up to the calls and know where the recordings will be. The recordings will be in there also. And we'll leave the recordings, but the Zoom link will be new each time. So if you haven't filled out the survey, please do that, because we're basing these calls, the four of us will be meeting regularly, kind of saying, okay, what are we gonna focus on? What's their main focus? And we're taking that from the survey. So if you haven't done that, please do. And if you did, thank you very much, because we could see what's going on. And the calls, these are when the calls are going to be. They'll be the same time on this Friday. You know, the Fridays that I'll be saying, they're always at 11:30 Central Time. So make sure that you get the right time zone. Put it in your calendar. And the next call will be, let's see here, June 19th, July 3rd, July 17, July 31, August 14, and August 28th. All right. So that's going to be our time frame with you guys. And we're looking for some wonderful, wonderful interactions and exchanges, and be ready to make some new friends, new acquaintances, and some, I always say, be looking for those people in this group that iron's going to sharpen iron. Okay. Because when you sharpen each other, if you're both strong, sharpen each other, you can be really sharp. Okay. So keep on looking for the iron in this group that you want to connect with, and we're going to help you find that too. Okay. All right, that's about it, Ann. Sherry and Donna, do you have anything else to jump in there and say before we let them go?
So one of the things that Nancy said was about 8, and we were all raised on the slogan, 8 will make you great. So definitely embrace that, getting those 8 parties on your calendar. And yes, virtual parties, I saw in the chat box, we were supposed to be. So no one's leaving the house yet. We're still talking virtual. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be with all of you.
Yeah.
I would like to add something too. And it's something that in my business throughout the years that I have to remind myself, you know, no one likes to hear the word no, whether it's your kids saying, no, I don't want to do it, or whatever it is, you don't want to hear it. And I think the same thing applies with our business. We don't want to hear no. And I have to say, I probably haven't heard no as far as recruiting for a little while. So what does that mean? That I haven't been asking, right? So if you're not hearing no's, it means you haven't been asking. Now I'm getting lots of no's for parties because I'm in the process of really, you know, building up my schedule. So I'm at least 8 shows a month, something that I've really never done in my career. So I'm hearing no's when it comes to parties, but I haven't been hearing, and that's going to change over the I'm going to be doing it right along beside you. But really think about the last time someone told you no about joining the business. And if you can't think of when it was, if it wasn't this morning or yesterday or last night, then you haven't been asking. So when Nancy says, look for those people in your parties and asking your host, then you're going to feel that little tinge of, ouch, I didn't like that no. Don't take it personal, but look for the people and just know that when you're getting the no's, then you're doing the right things. So I'm excited about this class too, not for all of you guys, but I always personally make myself work harder when we do something like this. So I'm really excited to have you all join us with this. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we're super excited. And so next Friday, between now and then, we'll hit it hard. And the group chat, I can't wait to see. So thanks everybody for making time out today to improve your lives. That's really what this is about. So thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.